But I don't know what we're going to do with this overcrowding.
Since the private prisons have been introduced, the prison population in Australia has increased dramatically. There's been a 48% in the prison population in Australia since 1986. And the remand population, those people awaiting trial as yet innocent, not proved to be guilty, has increased by 75% over that period of time.
The companies actually went to great lengths to ensure that they didn't employ former state prison officers from any of the correctional facilities that have been closed, for fear that they were publicly running around stating they didn't want to bring any of that culture into their jail. They wanted it to be new and vibrant and a whole lot of things. But effectively it was trying to bring about a situation where there wasn't a culture of unionisation that developed within the jail.
If something does go drastically wrong in here today, withdraw yourself from the centre. Get to the gatehouse or get to a safe area.
Overnight, there has been another escape from the units, from two of the units. This facility's been opening since 1996, and it's just been a series, one after the other, of violent incidents. The staff have come to a point where they can no longer operate under the conditions of overcrowding, under the conditions of the staff numbers being as low as they are and placing themselves in jeopardy.
In the early days, just after they were opening, it became pretty clear to us that the companies had under-tendered to get the contract. Most of that involved running the place at the bare minimum number of staff that they thought they could get away with to make the place work.
On Wednesday night, tempers flared. About
46 prisoners barricaded themselves in a recreation area.
50 inmates armed with knives and makeshift weapons took control.
Staff numbers.
The riot was sparked by inmates unhappy with prison conditions.
The rampage follows a spate of drug overdoses and suicides.
When the riot happened at Port Phillip, the Crims were locked down. They lit toilet rolls, started to fire. It was night shift, so there was only 4 or 5 on the whole prison, 600 prisoners in the jail.
They've just had enough of the shit food, the visitors being turned back, babies being strip searched, just not being straightforward with it.
Stripped of corporate bodies, not the women's bodies. No profits from prison.
One protester tried to block the Premier's car and others threw blood money at him as he arrived to open Ravenhall.
Yesterday, Victoria's first private prison opened for business. Ravenhall in Deer Park will house 125 women prisoners, replacing the old Fairley complex.
We are committed to ensuring that every possible opportunity is provided for all women in this centre.
This new women's prison is operated and owned by the private contractor, the Corrections Corporation of Australia, so removing the risk from government, a risk that we are obviously trying to minimise in the way in which we manage the affairs of this state in a whole range of areas.
This morning you're talking congratulations. The public system, you knew where you stood. It was consistent. It was like you knew what to expect. If you did something, you knew what you were going to end up copying. Whereas here, it's different rules for different fools.
I think the private jails, it's going to explode because of the frustration. Like every day, there is some type of frustration because of inconsistency with rules. There'll just be a build-up.
Terry Lawson, Corrections Corporation of Australia.
Good to meet you.
US and UK multinationals have been operating private prisons in Australia for about 10 years.
You might be surprised to hear that Australia has 20% of its entire population under private management control, which is the largest percentage in the world today. Hi, how you going? Terry Lawson. Nice to meet you, thank you.
We have everything from our standard 452 sting ball grenade. We like to term them instant attitude adjustment and behavior modification devices.
Hey, let's calm down. Let's calm down. Hey, put the rake down. Put the rake down. No, put the rake down. Put the rake down. Drop it.
The first touch is a shock. If you are silly enough, the second touch, you're dead.
Australia is a wonderful market. Recently, we developed a new machine, and it is actually designed to do penal searches. It is called the PC, or Pecker Checker.